You're listening to Small Biz Matters here on the floor of StartCon in Sydney, and I'm speaking to Mike Boorn Plener, who is the founder of Catapult. He's one of the stands here, and he's hoping to talk to, new companies and innovation companies around the space of investment and getting themselves ready for the investment journey. Welcome to the program, Mike.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
So tell me a little bit about Catapult and why you started the business and why you're passionate about supporting innovative companies.
We started because I see a lot of these businesses that do things the wrong way, and therefore end up getting themselves into a lot of trouble later on in their business lives, and saw that there was an opportunity to help a lot of these companies get it right from the start and help these founders basically sort their stuff out. So what we do as a business is around revenue to begin with, because everyone wants to have more revenue and grow a bigger business, and it's kind of the base level, the foundation stone for building a great business. You're going to have good revenue, you should have multiple revenue streams, and you should have hopefully profitable revenue as well. Kind of really helps because it makes you pay the bills. And then we work from there, sorting out processes and systems, getting your governance sorted out. And for some businesses, not for everybody, but some businesses then want to go and raise capital because they've got big expansion plans. Maybe you want to go global, maybe you want to launch a new product, whatever it might be, because you can get expansion capital for different purposes. So we help put all of that together, get you introduced to the right investors, and take the process from there.
And how are you finding StartCon? What sort of businesses are coming up to you and seeking your advice? What do you feel is the nature of the audience here today?
That's a good question. It's quite a broad mix, to be honest with you. We see people that are business owners, we see people that are investors. A lot of people come over and talk to us. We see people that run tech business. We see people that run very traditional businesses like consulting services, whatever it might be. So it's a very, very broad mix. And what I'm actually observing this year's StartCon is probably broader than ever. And I've done StartCon now for a couple of years and used to do SidStart before this, and it's getting bigger every year for sure, but it's getting broader. So a lot of people that are not in traditional, hey, I've got a tech startup, but I've actually got a business and I'm trying to figure out what do I do with this? How do I grow it, and how can all these people help me? I think that's what they hear.
And do you think that's because the more traditional industries are tapping into the thought of innovation in their own industries? You don't necessarily have to just be a tech startup to be innovative. Are they seeking ways of being more innovative within their industries?
I think that is a broad statement. It's absolutely true. And I think a lot of businesses are also looking to do like a 2.0 version of their existing business. They're going, hey, what would we do and how would we be if we were tech enabled? How would our business look if we could do all of these kind of things? And they get to that and they go, oh my God, this is a much more interesting business. And so we actually see a lot of people that come to us and they had, say, a consulting business, and within that they've developed a product, and they now spin that out of their consulting business, start a product business, and before you know it, the consulting business doesn't necessarily get left behind, but it's a very small component of everything that they do, and eventually they usually sell that off to somebody else and just go on with the product.
And that seems like a really interesting way to innovate even within those traditional industries.
It is.
Is that sort of the way that you support, the more traditional industries, helping them to move into different sectors and explore different avenues?
It's certainly one of the angles that you can take, and it depends on the business. Like, everything is unique, everything is different, but it's definitely a practical and it's easy, and it's, in a sense, it's a frugal way of doing it. You're still making money, you're not losing your shirt and risking everything. And you can, if this fails, there's always a possibility, you can always go back and just do your consulting again. And so, but you see other businesses that basically have maybe a traditional product, but they now need to evolve that either in the distribution chain or the marketing chain or whatever it might be, and look at the tech side of it. How do we expand that?
There's different ways of exploring and looking at different revenue streams, definitely. So tell us, how can people find out a little bit more about Catapult?
Probably the first point is to go to our website and have a look-see there, mycatapult.com.au, or just, we're always open for a chat. Engage with us online, and we'll call people back and get people in and just have a chat about, where do you want to go? Where do you want to take this business? And Because business at the end of it starts with a dream, starts with, I want to do something, I want to change the world, I want to change this particular thing, or I want to help people. Doesn't matter what it starts with, but it definitely doesn't start with, I want to make a lot of money, because that's just a byproduct of whatever you do if you do it well.
That's a very good point, a nice way to end off. Thank you for joining me, Alexi Boyd with Small Biz Matters. We're live from the floor of StartCon. We're going to be interviewing some more stands. Check out all of our podcasts on YouTube and also available on iTunes. We'll be back with more.